To the first match, me kicking Grand Nanawa's butt. Also, look out for some of the women fainting at ringside over me. See ya.
And we're back down here at ringside as Kerry Cabrero makes his way to the ring. Now, Kerry, Steve, is one of the hardest working athletes in this country. He's a tremendous wrestler, and he just likes to get in the ring and wrestle.
Well, let me tell you, Kenny, tonight, a nation expects he's got to deliver against Naniwa.
Well, that's right, Steve. Grand Naniwa coming in from the Michinoku Pro organization in Japan, and as we know, that's just a great place to come from. We know he's going to be gifted.
To us from Michinoku Pro Wrestling in Japan, please welcome to the United Kingdom, Grand Naniwa.
As I was saying, Steve, Grand Naniwa coming from Michinoku Pro Wrestling in Japan that's produced such great stars.
Oh dear, not another Jap in Panto. We had Tiger Mask last week, and here's another one tonight. Where do they find them, Kenny?
Come on, Steve, that is completely unnecessary. These guys are tremendous athletes. Some of the greatest wrestlers in the world come from Michinoku Pro Wrestling. And the way you disrespect their mask, which means so much to them, just disgusts me.
I am respectful, because I saw one of them made on Blue Peter not long ago, and it takes a lot of work, Kenny.
Yeah, thank you, Steve, for that intelligent and insightful comment.
Kenny, just look at the way that he is being disrespectful to the crowd here this evening.
Well, we know that he's a bad guy, he's a rule breaker. He doesn't care much for the fans, but we do know that he's going to provide us with a tremendous, tremendous wrestling match here with Kerry Cabrero. Kerry getting nose to nose with him there, and Naniwa just brushing him away. They lock up now. Naniwa with a waist lock. Kerry takes him down. And a drop toe hold. And a hip toss.
Oh, Kerry! He can't take any more. Naniwa is losing his bottle.
Well, I think he got caught a little off guard there. He doesn't really know Kerry too well. He's not seen him before. So I guess he was just a little surprised at how fast Kerry comes out of the blocks. And, oh, you can't see it on screen just now, but Naniwa reaching for a chair there.
If he wants to play dirty, Kerry can do that as well.
Oh yeah, there's not much Kerry can't do as Naniwa gets to the top rope. Walking along the rope. And comes down with a big chop across the shoulder. That's a devastating maneuver, isn't it, Steve?
Well, I was admiring his balance on the ropes. It was quite wonderful.
Yeah, he is. He's a very talented guy, as I was saying. Does the mask matter now, Steve?
He's got all the grace of a ballet dancer and the mask of a trick-or-treater.
Yes, well, as I said before, thanks for your insight, Steve.
Anytime.
He's biting his fingers now. Oh, my God.
Well, they do serve up some strange dishes in his homeland, but let me tell you, Kerry Cabrero is not one of them.
Kerry there managing to roll him up for a 1 count there. And now Naniwa is standing on his arm. He really seems to be going to work on this arm. I guess it's like the old adage that a 3-legged table won't stand up. If he can take out his arm, there's not many moves that Kerry can deliver to Naniwa. Big chops in the corner again.
That's it, Kerry. Kerry comes back now.
Kerry now up in the top rope, playing to the crowd. Gets drop kicked to the floor. Oh my, that's about a 6-foot fall there. Naniwa now with a big tope con hilo on the floor.
Oh,
and
dear.
Kerry seems to have hurt his knee there.
See, that mask makes him even more aerodynamic, Kenny, that's why.
Is that what it does, Steve? Okay.
No, you can ask the crowd for support, Naniwa, but you're not gonna get it. They want to see Kerry Cabrero here win this match.
I'm not sure if they are though. Like I said, his knee seemed to buckle under him as he got hit by that tope there. But Naniwa now going to work with a reverse chin lock. Ted Tanabe making the count, but he's raking his eyes now.
Oh dear!
I thought that was a chin lock. Our cameras couldn't see that. He was actually raking Kerry's eyes.
This guy is a disgrace. He is a disgrace, Kenny.
He's a disgrace. Yeah, this is.
Well, I'm
this
glad
is
we
not
agree.
right.
He is. This is an outrage. Come
Yes,
on,
ladies and gentlemen,
Kerry.
For the first time, Kenny McBride and Steve Morgan agreeing that Grand Naniwa is just disgusting in the ring here. This is entirely inappropriate. Big uppercut there. And a spinning clothesline. Naniwa thinks it's over, pinning him with 1 foot. 1, 2. But Kerry kicks out. Well, that's the mistake Naniwa made. An arrogant cover there. And oh!
What's that called, Kenny? That probably hurt Naniwa's head.
I don't think we're allowed to say that on TV. But anyway, Kerry really needs to get through this match without getting hurt anymore. I mean, we talked about his knee injury there after that tope outside the ring. But he really needs to get in shape because he's got that 10-man title tournament coming up soon as well.
Absolutely, and it's death or glory for Doug Williams next week up against the Fallen Angel. Oh dear.
Another near fall there.
Absolutely, but we as I was saying there, Kenny, we're seeing the Fallen Angel next up against Danny Royale.
Yes.
This is to be a corker, but this one has got the adrenaline running.
Kerry coming back with big chops there, tosses Naniwa outside. And
come on, Kerry.
What's Kerry doing now? He's grabbing one of our ring attendants' chairs.
Maybe he fancies to sit down and a rest.
He's going into the ring with it. I don't like the look of this.
Yes! Brilliant maneuver!
Out the other side of the ring. Runs across.
Oh! Superb!
Springboard off the chair into a huge cross-body tope outside the ring. Absolutely incredible move. Let's see that again.
Absolutely. That was wonderful.
There is a huge, huge dive over the top rope.
And the crowd absolutely loved it.
But Naniwa's back. He throws Kerry into the ring post and picks up the chair himself. Oh, shot into the ribs. Kerry's really taken a pounding in this match, hasn't he, Steve?
He absolutely has, but what's astounding is his overall stamina. He can take it.
Naniwa up top with a huge Santo dive, top rope to the floor. Let's see that again. And there it is, as we see, great elevation, huge leap from the top rope to the floor with that Santo dive from Grand Naniwa. And Kerry looks absolutely exhausted.
Kenny, Kerry now is going to have to call on every last reserve of stamina that he's got.
Well, like we said earlier, we know he's a very talented guy, but he's taken such a beating from Naniwa. I just don't know if he can last much longer.
It would just be so unjust if Naniwa walks away with victory here this evening.
Well, yeah, and speaking of justice, we're going to see that match with Flying Phil Powers and Paul Sloan looking for justice against the Mad Dog and Johnny Storm.
There is no justice there to be had, only Mad Dog and Johnny Storm winning, but that's another matter. Anyway,
well, we'll talk about that when that match comes around.
Look at the arrogance of this man, Kenny. Look at the sheer arrogance.
He's saying it's over. You saw him there, drawing his hand across his throat. And here, whips him. Kerry can barely stand. Did you see the way Kerry stumbled? Obviously, with that knee problem from earlier, he's just so tired. But he gets his foot up there. And he whips Naniwa now. Flatliner!
Oh, Kerry!
2-3. Flatliner, Steve, always. It's over.
From nowhere, Kenny, from nowhere. Emperor Hirohito, Yoko Ono, Ken Hom, your boy took one hell of a beating.
And here we see it again, whips him, picks him up, drops him down. Got him in a pinning position, 1, 2, 3, it's over. Nobody kicks out of the Flatliner either, Steve. That's just a tremendous move, hit him out of nowhere when we thought it was all over.
We certainly did. That's the mark of a true champion now. But the question is, will Naniwa shake hands?
Well, Kerry called him to the middle of the ring to shake hands.
No, he's not going to do it.
Uncertain.
He's been beaten fair and square, and he just cannot accept it. But there, Kerry Cabrero, a true sportsman and gentleman.
said okay. I come down to ringside and take a closer look. Judge for yourself. See you in a bit.
And the champion, making his first UWA TV title challenge, the Yorkshire Gigolo, Foster Stevie Knight.
Here we are again. Here comes the hot stuff, Stevie Knight. He's set to take on the UWA's TV champion, Flying Phil Powers.
And I'm telling you, he will be the new UWA TV title champ. Look at the confidence about him. Look, come on, man. He's a fellow Yorkshireman. I tell you what, as a Yorkshireman, how come you don't look anything like that? You don't see him gorging himself on black pudding.
Well, all I can say is,
And leave that whippet alone.
let's get back to the match, because here he comes. It's the UWA TV champion, Flying Phil Powers.
And his opponent is 195 pounds of high-flying wrestling superstardom, the ring.
They're not waiting for anything. They are not waiting for anything. The ring announcer wants to get his butt out of the ring, doesn't he?
Well, if he didn't get out there quick, he was going to be caught up in that action. Oh, what's happening here? Straight out over the top. Phil Powers, flying start there. And Steve just walking around ringside there, having a breather.
You tell him, Stevie. You tell him.
I
Look
think
at that
Steve-
awful bunch of saddos there in the front. They don't appreciate quality when they see it.
But he's just playing to the crowd. He should be getting in there.
He's just playing to the crowd. That's a man answering his critics. And he will answer his critics in this fight when he is crowned the new TV champ.
Hey, I'm taking nothing away from Hot Stuff Stevie Knight. But what I will say is, you are looking at a man there who has defended it against Mike Roberts, a huge man. This guy has defended his title, and Steve Knight is just another title defense. Phil Powers will give it 110%.
Well, he's going to need to. But you can't seriously be telling me that Phil Powers is going into this contest thinking it's just another title defense. You've seen the quality of this wrestler in the Triple Trouble match. This is not going to be an easy fight for Powers, and he knows it. And we saw last week with Stevie Knight, every move he did, every move he made was for Phil Powers in his contest last week.
But just look at the action here. Look at the mat work here. This is typical, brilliant, technical mat wrestling. You don't often see this, but this is going to be one of those matches where we mix brilliant technical wrestling with high-flying brawling. Beautiful suplex there. Phil's taking it to Stevie Knight, and he drags him up again. He wants to finish this quickly, but I think he's going to have one heck of a fight on his hands. Phil taking to the top rope. He's so at home on that top rope. Beautiful dive there. Sends Steve crashing to the mat. And a count, 1, 2, oh! Kicked out at the 2 count there. And I think we're going to take another look at that move. Beautiful move off the top rope there. Here we go, slow motion, catches Steve with all of his body weight there. Oh, 2, oh, a 2 count there. Stevie Knight complaining to Tiger McGuigan there, but...
That should have been a 3. But this fight is going one way, then the other.
Wait, what's happened there? The pad has come down. Has somebody taken the pad off? Again, the referee's distracted, not looking at what's going on, and a slap round the face, and another one. Look, on a slap back, beautiful there. Phil not taking anything.
That's all Powers can do, fight like a girl.
Suplex, onto the ropes, splash down there. Come on, Phil, cover him. Cover him, he's not covering him. I don't know what's going through his head, and he's going for another high-flying maneuver here. Beautiful frog splash. 1, 2. Ooh, that was so close, Steve. Unbelievable. Phil taking Stevie Knight to the mat again. 1, 2, and again.
Oh! Well, what you've got to remember, and you can never rule Stevie Knight out because he is ruthless as a wrestler. Maybe slightly devious, some would say. You can never rule him out. And yes, I do think eventually Phil Powers can be broken down. And maybe this is the long overdue butt kicking that Powers has been asking for.
I mean, we're seeing two guys here fighting each other, putting their bodies on the line, but we're seeing an awful lot of beautiful mat work, proper wrestling, which is good to see in a match of this caliber. And again, 1, 2, oh! 2 count again. Beautiful. And both guys to the outside now. Both guys to the outside now. And what's happening here? Stevie.
Oh, yes! That'll bring a few tears to his eyes. That'll bring a few tears to his eyes, although I actually wonder if there's anything there to injure.
Steve, I don't believe it. Honestly, such dirty play there. Oh, and punches to the midsection there.
You should stick to your pigeon racing.
Oh, look at this. Beautiful there. Flips over onto the top rope there. We're going to see something big here. And he dropped it.
Oh, yes!
The referee.
What is Phil Powers doing? Assaulting a referee like that? That man is a disgrace to the sport. He should be kicked out now.
Steve Morgan.
I want justice.
Steve Morgan, you are not calling the match as it goes. Stevie Knight purposefully pushed Tiger McGuigan into the path of flying
Powers assaulted the referee.
My God, I don't believe this.
Well,
we have a chair. A chair is in the ring. What the heck is going to happen here? No.
Maybe
and here comes Kerry Cabrero. Kerry. Yes, Kerry, yes. Yes, because we're seeing some sportsmanship here. Kerry coming to the ring, telling Stevie Knight that's not the way to act. Brilliant. Come on, Kerry.
He shouldn't interfere.
He just knows what's gonna. What?
Yes! That's more like it.
What on
That's more like it.
This is disgusting.
That's sportsmanship. That's sportsmanship at its best.
This is disgusting. No. This is not.
He's won. There he is. Stevie Knight.
Miscarriage of justice. This is not right. Not a chance. This cannot be allowed to go through.
Stevie Knight is the new UWA television champion, and for what Phil Powers did to the referee, he should never enter a wrestling ring again in his career.
This is disgusting. This could not be allowed to go forth. And here comes Paul Sloan. Yes, here he comes clearing the ring.
What does Baldy want now?
He's come to see how his mentor is. This Phil Powers.
The new allegiance in the UWA, the champion, and the man I have the most respect for in this entire world.
Absolutely, it's great to see two wonderful characters together like that. A well-deserved champ.
The referee has ruled a no contest.
Yes!
No contest.
This is exactly what happened. Stevie Knight, no way should he have got that UWA title, and the referee's decision, a no contest.
So don't worry. Move closer to the telly. I'm coming up in just a few minutes.
Again.
Coming to the ring now, with his partner in crime, Hot Stuff Stevie Knight, standing at 5 feet 10 and weighing in at 226 pounds, he is the flatliner, Gary Gaffaro.
Here we go, look, that's what it's all about, baby.
There's a bit of history on this man, Kerry Cabrero. Allow us now just to refresh your memories how Stevie Knight and Kerry Cabrero forged their wrestling union. It seems an unlikely partnership, I think you'll agree, but this is how it all happened. And remember last week, of course, Phil Powers throwing down the gauntlet to Stevie Knight for that TV title contest. But Kerry came in and intervened there against Phil Powers with a beautiful move that seemed to have backfired when Powers had him pinned to the mat and Paul Sloan came and counted 3.
Yes, the UWA is finally letting us talk in front of all you. I can't say the word I want to say, but to me, it looks like there is just a load of scumbags out there. And by the looks of all the old dogs out there, there ain't a woman out there who is worthy of me and Stevie Knight's attention. Now, bring out the flash in the pan.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Big up, big
Top
man.
professional coming down to the ring now, Flash Barker.
What do you know about him? He's a newcomer to the UWA, and I can tell you for one, apart from an interesting name, that's all I can tell you about him.
Well, yeah,
I don't know his star sign. I don't know what his favourite recipes are. You know, give us some meat on the bones, British beef.
Well, let's go. I'll tell you, Flash Barker may be a newcomer to the UWA, but he certainly is not a newcomer to the wrestling scene. He's been a professional now for around 10 years, and in my opinion, he's one of the most dangerous submission wrestlers in the UK today.
Well, thank you, Beefman. We appreciate your comments here. You may not be welcome in a number of EU nation states, but you're always welcome here on UWA Wrestling Rampage.
Hey, I got a flash in the pan for a wrestler and I got a midget for a referee. Hey!
Well, no change there. Kerry Cabrero seems to have a lot to say for himself.
What do you make, Danny, about this unlikely partnership of Kerry Cabrero and Hot Stuff Stevie Knight? Because you and Kerry used to be tag team partners, did you not?
Yes, that's right. I don't really think it's a really unlikely relationship between the two. They're both glory hunters and they're both excellent professional wrestlers.
And Stevie Knight looking resplendent in sequins this evening, which
As
is always an added treat here. Well, I can tell you when you're sat in the commentary booth and you've got a spectacle of such sartorial elegance parading about the wrestling ring.
Well, yeah, it's real good for me to be in the commentary booth. I've been a professional wrestler for a number of years now, and I get excited whenever I see quality wrestling in that ring. This is the Ultimate Wrestling Alliance. These are the very best of British new talent. Well, Kerry Cabrero doesn't seem too popular with the Blackpool crowd there, Stevie.
Scumbags better start cheering, or I'm going to come out there and slap the taste out of all of your mouths.
Oh, that's the way. That's the way to make friends and influence people, Danny. There's no doubt about that. But there's a battle at the moment. There's not much wrestling going on, but there's a battle for popularity.
Well,
and at the moment, Flash Barker is winning.
Well, if Kerry Cabrero wants to talk about slapping, I'll tell you something right here, right now. Flash Barker has one of the toughest backhand chops in this business. If he hits Kerry Cabrero with the back of his hand, Kerry Cabrero will know about it. Kerry Cabrero seems to be posing something there. I'm not quite sure what.
Come on, Kerry.
Who do you think you are, you son of a bitch, eh?
And of course, Danny, what we shouldn't underestimate at all is that added presence at ringside of Stevie Knight. And you can be sure this isn't the last time we'll see either two of these together here on this edition.
That's right, and there we're seeing some of Flash Barker's martial arts background coming out there, hitting Cabrero with a few cross kicks.
It's flash in the pan. You're fine. You're fine.
What about my nose?
Flash in the pan.
My nose, okay? My nose, okay?
Oh, you look beautiful, darling.
No
You look
chance.
great, baby.
There we go. There
We go.
An amazing move. I'd like to state right now, I taught Kerry Cabrero that move back in our tag team days.
I bet you tell all the commentators that. Before the break, we saw Flash Barker go over the top rope, and then, of course, Kerry followed suit. And I tell you, Danny, there's a lot of high-flying action in this contest. And to paraphrase Brian Clough, if God had meant us to wrestle in the air, he'd have put rings on the clouds.
Well, maybe, but you talk about the amount of high-flying move in this. There's also a lot of technical wrestling, and there's a lot of brawling. What's Kerry Cabrero going for? Flash Barker catches him. Kerry Cabrero, now from
Stevie
experience...
Knighting!
Bulldog, right onto the ramp. Stevie Knight again, he's not going to be knowing what happened there. Kerry Cabrero trying to make his way back to the ring.
Well, let's take another look at that, Danny.
High impact. Two big high impact moves there. This match is taking its toll on both competitors now.
Well, you should know, Danny, better than anyone.
Well, yep, I can tell you right here, right now, that taking a fall on concrete like that does hurt. Stevie Knight looking on there at his guy. Flash Barker going to the top rope. What's he going to try and hit here? A variation of a DDT off the top rope. 2 count. Kerry Cabrero kicks out.
Come on, Kerry, you're still a man.
Look at that move there. That must have winded Kerry Cabrero. Flash Barker shooting him off the ropes. Kerry Cabrero switches. Ducks a clothesline. Kerry Cabrero hits him with a spin kick.
Come on, Kerry.
Now, I've had that move right across my face many times.
Well, you would never know it looking at you, Danny, because you look gorgeous.
Thank you. Kick out after a 2. Flash Barker is a very tough guy, this man. The longer the match goes on, the more advantage Flash Barker is going to have. And the thing with Flash Barker is he'll pull a submission out and you won't even know it hits you.
Stevie Knight there, interfering once again. Now, I've got to ask you, Danny, what do you make about this man's interference? And before you answer, it's a loaded question, because, of course, we saw you last week interfere in that Drew McDonald and Anarchist contest.
Yes, well, I interfered in that match, but the bottom line is this. I interfered because Drew McDonald took something away from me, and I was just taking what I owed. It should have been me in that title match, Stevie. It should have been me having a shot at that title.
Well, I don't know if you'd like to be on the end of that. Oh! A great move there from Flash Barker, and this man's agility is stunning.
See, Kerry, he took his focus off of the match. He was too busy showboating. He paid the price for it. Flash Barker, he's now taken up the initiative. He's really taken